Well, not that we expected this, but when you see the goalie matchup of Curtis McElhinney and Braden Holtby, it doesn't look all that good. But I got to give this Leaf team a ton of credit because they didn't quit. Look, you go into the third period down 3-0 to the Washington Capitals, and you have Braden Holtby to face. It's not easy to score 3 goals in the third. The Leafs score 2, just can't get that third one. And then they obviously score the empty netter to make it a 4-2 final. And, we can't look at this game and say, oh boy, the Leafs are just down in the dumps again, another loss. Look, the Leafs didn't play all that bad. It's just the Washington Capitals have Alex Ovechkin. That's it. I mean, really, you look at these goals and you look at the way this game was. It took quite a while in the first period, 12 minutes into the period, but Alex Ovechkin, you gave him a little bit of space, and he snipes it. Low blocker on Curtis McElhinney. I mean, it was like a little hesitation move. And then he sniped it low blocker. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. I'm not going to say, well, Curtis McElhinney should have had that. Look, that's a tough shot for any goalie. Anything blocker side, for most guys, is tricky. And then you go low blocker, just inside the post, and it's Alex Ovechkin's shot. I mean, I think it's top of the circles too. It's a shot that you can't blame Curtis McElhinney. And and then the next goal with 40 or 47 seconds left in the first period. It was off the face-off, puck went up in the air, comes down, and it's right on a silver platter for Ovechkin. Bouncing around a little bit, puck's on edge, but his shot. I mean, he was falling over taking the shot. And I think McElhinney was screened as well, and it finds its way in, and it's 2-0. I mean, you look at those goals, and you're like, can McElhinney stop those? Not really. But Freddie? Maybe. But it's tricky. And you go to the first intermission, and you're down 2-0. We go to the second period, 11 minutes in. Jacob Vrana uses great speed to get around Zaitsev on the breakaway and beats Curtis McElhinney. And it's 3-0. And at that point, all Leaf fans are like, well, this game is long over. We go into the second intermission. Leafs down 3-0. We come out of the second intermission. And a minute 24 in, Jake Gardiner scores his second goal of the year. Good to see him starting to get some points in there. I actually thought he looked pretty decent in this game. No bonehead moves that I witnessed. Austin Matthews grabs the assist on that play. And it's 3-1. And it's early in the third period. That's always a positive. 5 minutes later, Nikita Zaitsev, after William Nylander kind of takes the puck all the way around the ice once or twice, drops it off for Zaitsev, and Zaitsev comes around the side of around to the side of the net, kind of ramps it up Taylor Chorney and into the back of the net. So technically Zaitsev gets the goal, but it's Taylor Chorney's. I mean, really. But third of the season for Zaitsev. Good to see him get on the scoreboard. Nylander and Dominic Moore grab assists on that play. It's a 3-2 game with still 14 minutes to go. This ain't over. And the Leafs start piling on the pressure. Shot after shot after shot. They just can't beat Braden Holtby. And then Alex Ovechkin gets the empty netter for the hat trick. And for that, I think the kid named Alex who was there. That's a great story to see. I mean, that's fantastic. But like I said, the shots on goal were 8-4 Leafs in the third period, 10-11. The Leafs outshot the Capitals 30-21. We haven't seen the Leafs outshoot teams that often at all this year, especially lately. We've been getting outshot like crazy. I bet you Freddie Anderson's on the bench saying, where's this type of shots against game when I'm in net? Like yesterday, he faced 47. And today, 21 for Curtis McElhinney. And now he's going to be on the bench for like couple weeks or whenever we have a back-to-back again. It's just hilarious. It's just funny to see. But I thought McElhinney, his stats don't say. Three goals on 20 shots is not something you want to say, yeah, it looks good to me. He didn't have a great game statistically, but overall, do you fault him on those goals? No. Then he made the saves he needed to. That's really it. And the Leafs just couldn't score that one more to force it into overtime. And really, you never know what can happen in the overtime period, all right? So with this game being said and this game being over, and we only have the one power play, they have 3, but I'm not going to say, what kind of crap is that? That doesn't matter. You still got to score and you still got to win. But let's look up to the next game. We face the Calgary Flames in Calgary. It's a 9 o'clock puck draw. That's Tuesday. All right, and the Calgary Flames, 12-9-1 in the season. They've lost a couple games in a row. They're playing tonight. I'm not sure what the outcome's going to be there, but you know, and then we play on Thursday in Edmonton. So we're doing kind of our West Coast trip, and then Saturday in Vancouver. All right, so you look at that, and we're like, okay, last time we played one of the times we played Vancouver, Kadri got in a punch up, and Anderson got in a punch up with Ryan Miller, and I remember that you guys remember that game last year. Holy smokes, was that an entertaining game? It was at the Air Canada Centre, but Toronto, Vancouver. So now that the Leafs are going to go back on the road for at least 3, I didn't look after that. All right, you've got your West Coast trip, your Canadian West Coast trip starting in Calgary. What are your expectations for that game? Do you see the Leafs coming out with that one? The Edmonton Oilers, I mean, they're struggling hard. So I'm hoping the Leafs can pick them up at a good time and come away with that victory. You know, I'd love to go 3-0 on this trip, but I mean, I'm not going to say they are because you never know. It's hockey. Do we expect to beat the Arizona Coyotes and the Florida Panthers? Yes. We didn't win either of them. We got 1 point out of 4. Did we expect to beat Carolina? Not really. We beat them. It's hockey. That's why I love it. You never know what you're going to see. You never know who's going to win. It's about bounces and who capitalizes on their big chances. And the Leafs couldn't capitalize on their big chances tonight to tie it and send it into OT. But you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, and you know what? It's a good game to watch overall. If you're looking at it from a hockey standpoint, it was a good game. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of the game. What you think of the video. What are your expectations for this 3-game set out in Western Canada? I want to know what you guys have to say, and we'll talk to you guys shortly. Raptors edition as they beat up on the Atlanta Hawks as we expected. And we'll talk to you guys Leafs edition Tuesday as the Leafs head to Calgary to take on the Flames. We'll talk to you guys then.